Hello. Hi there. Good afternoon. This is Coach Kemi, CEO and founder of How to Think Global Consulting Empire. And today it's on our 2 o'clock live stream. I'd like to share something with you that I have entitled a fast and easy mindset reset tool for females aspiring for senior positions up to C-suite and board level. Right. The people I help are females, just as I've said now, who aspire for senior positions up to C-suite and boardroom levels. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what that mindset reset tool is. But just before I tell you what that tool is, I want you to understand that I teach you about thoughts. I teach you how to harness your thoughts so that you can have optimal results. Not just so that you can think, deal with your mindset. If you do not deal with your thoughts, you cannot deal with your mindset. You've got to get that right. There is a lot going on about mindset, which is great. But when you talk about mindset, it's like talking about, without talking or dealing with your thoughts, it's like talking about the floor in your house without talking about what the floor in your house is made out of, or what the materials you use to build your floor. Because your floor doesn't just exist by itself. It exists because certain materials have been put together. Some people have worked, some people have designed, all kinds of things go into making that floor solid enough for you to stand on, for you to put wood on it, for you to put a carpet on it. There's so much that goes into it. It's the same with your mindset. Your thoughts set your mind. So if you can harness your thoughts, if you remember the principle for as a man thinks in his heart, so is he, you will be able to scale anything if you want to, because you see, you're in control of your thoughts. You decide what you think. No one can decide that for you. So let me tell you what this tool is. I call the tool, there's something I want to read here. I'm looking at my notes here. I call the tool Think Fast, Think Strong. Now, I did not create it. Hi, Lynn. I did not create it. I got it from Gary Ryan Blair, the CEO and founder of 100-Day Challenge. 100 day challenge. You would love it. So there's something he called no, he didn't call it Think Fast, Think Strong. I think it was Work Fast, Work Strong, or something like that. But I said think fast, think strong. Yes, you can control your thoughts. You can scale and absolutely anything. Will never be in your vocabulary again. I can. Because all you have to do is to direct your thinking to the right thing. It's not about thinking big. Because you can think big about the wrong things. Again, I know that's been going around for decades, I'm sure. But it's not just about thinking big. It's thinking right. The right thoughts will create the bigness of thought. So Think Fast, Think Strong is a tool I created out of listening to Gary Ryan Blair of the 100-Day Challenge. And I created a template which I use with my clients. And I'm just going to share a little part of it with you. It's called the Offense and Defense Strategy or Plan. The offensive and the defensive strategy. You've got to use one of those strategies. And depending on the strategy you use, it will reset your mindset. Now, those two strategies, offense and defense, I'm talking about your thoughts. Are you thinking offensive thoughts to go at? Or are you thinking defensive thoughts to, they're coming at me. Oh, my CEO does not think I'm doing a good job. I was criticized on that project. I will not do this anymore. Or offensive thoughts. Okay, I was criticized. What do I need to do to ensure I am no longer criticized that way? What do I need to learn? What do I need to change? Let me go at it again. Let me challenge myself and ask for another project. Let me look at this and look at my productivity level and determine that I'm going to increase it. I'm going to inspire my team to increase it. That's thinking. You're actually not talking to anyone. It's their thoughts that you are having a conversation with yourself. Dr. Caroline Leaf says, to think is to ask yourself a question and to discuss the question with yourself. That's thinking. You're asking yourself questions and you're having a conversation with yourself. That is thinking. So what is the defensive strategy and what is the offensive strategy? It's best to put it this way: offensive, then defensive. Characteristics of being offensive is to be proactive, to be advancing, to be gaining ground, always winning, and great offense allows you to maintain control. When you lose control, that's it. If you lose control of your own you give it away. You give your thinking away to the dogs. You start to think absolute nonsense. You've given it away because you're in control. Once you lose control, it's like letting go. It's like letting go of this pencil. I no longer have control of it. Then the pencil can do what it likes and go where it likes. And I'm just going to lean back. Oh, yeah. It's because of what they said to me. It's not because of what they said to you. It's because of the way you are thinking. Characteristics of defensive thinking fast and thinking strong, is to either be defensive or to be on the offensive. Defensive characteristics are to be reactive, playing not to lose, maintaining the status quo, merely existing, the wait and see model. So let's talk about offensive advancing as opposed to defensive playing not to lose. Playing not to lose means, the first time I read that, I thought, how can you play not to lose? And I found that many times in my life, I have played not to lose. When you procrastinate, you are playing not to lose. When you don't move forward with something that you know will work for you, you've been taught, you have not implemented, you are playing not to lose. So you're on the defensive. You're protecting yourself. Just to make sure, just in case I fail. That is stinking thinking on steroids. STOS, I call it. Stinking thinking on steroids. Something will move you forward and you say, oh no, let me not lose. So you play not to, so you procrastinate, you wait, you don't work on that project and deliver in 10 days instead of 14 days. You go, if you're thinking to yourself, if I do that, or if I do it in 10 days, I might miss a few things. So let me just wait and not do it in 10 days. Let me stick to the 14 days. No. Think fast. Think strong. I can. We're going to make this happen. What needs to happen? You see, your organization wants to hire solutions and answers, not an employee. Your organization, no company wants an employee. We want a solution. We want an answer. You're called a human resource. So you have other resources. You have pens. You have notebooks. You have paper. You have printers. You have computers. You have laptops. You have all kinds of. They are resources. If those resources are not solutions to the reasons for which you have them, then you will not have them anymore. You change them. You have all kinds of software. If that software resource is not an answer and is not a solution, then what are you doing with it? Likewise, the senior management in your organization, they'll be wondering, what are we doing with Kemi? What is she doing in our organization? We don't see her bringing solutions. We don't see her bringing answers. She's on the defensive, or she's playing not to lose, as opposed to advancing. Just saying the word, I'm advancing. I'm going after it. If you know the story of David and Goliath, the Bible tells us that he ran towards Goliath, even though all he had was a stone and a sling. And you know what? How far can a stone go with a sling if you're not close enough? How he ran, he pulled, and he aimed it, and that stone sank into his head. What if some of us, especially those of us who are Christians, we play not to lose by praying and praying and praying and praying and praying and not implementing and not being a doer and not advancing, going forward? That is how to think fast and think strong. That's what you need to do. Now, obviously, there are other characteristics, and I use it when I work with my clients. So if you want to know more about this live streams, every day at 2 p.m. If it's any different, I will let you know. Please write reminder. Please share this video. Please share my page so that your friends can come and like it. There is so much value on my business page, How to Think with the number 2. And I will join you tomorrow with another amazing live stream that you, once again, you won't want to miss, because it will help you to actually think to get optimal results. Stay strong. I am Coach Kemi. Have a good day, and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. Thanks, Lynn.